Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Malaika K, Falla of Malaika International, seeking to make all lives actualize and inspire through kind actions. I am passionate about inspiring change through interconnectedness and taking compassionate actions towards our fellow human beings. Today, I am pleased to be back with you to continue our conversation and talk a little more about our humanness, but looked at our humanness in an interconnected world as a way of how we can overcome jealousy. This conversation basically is prompted by a very good friend of mine who asked me a question about a situation that's transpired and how best I can solve my feelings. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not think that jealousy doesn't exist in our society. Absolutely, even the babies have a sense of being jealous. But jealousy is also can be looked at as a beautiful thing, and jealousy can also be looked at as not a very pleasant thing. Well, let's try to break down jealousy. I do want to say that, and I want you to think about this in several other ways than just saying someone's jealous over me. No, I want you to think about this. When our soul becomes bold, our present will be rejected. So, what you're saying to yourself, when our soul becomes bold, our present will be rejected. Are you saying that when I feel jealous over someone, it's because that person's soul is bold and I'm jealous? Perhaps yes. But how? The question here is that how to quell a jealous feeling? How best can you focus in not being jealous, but having a sense of realizing that you are capable of being a being, and you are also capable of having whatever you want. So let's get started. I'd like to first of all quote Mahatma Gandhi. He said that you must be the change you wish to see in the world. And you know, this quote can be used for several other things, but I'm going to specifically use this quote in this situation at this point in time. I do want you to think about this. The embodiment as a spiritual being in an interconnected world, you must, and it must is, I always use the word must and I always say specific. You must be able to come to a point in your life to see yourself as a human being first. As a human being, you are first considered a human being. You live in a world and you are coexisting with everything and everyone on so many multitudes of different dimensions. That's the first thing to remember, because the core nature of our soul and spirit becomes unseen, but the essence of our physical body is present, okay? And we are talking about jealousy still, but we must first of all ground ourselves as human beings with meaning, human beings with purpose. Because when we have meaning and purpose as a natural predisposition for a human being to be jealous is possible, it is a place where we seek We seek to make our soul sane. And how do we seek to make our soul sane and not obstructing the essence of who we are and our spiritual embodiment? Because that spiritual embodiment of yours is a presence of your soul, and your soul in there is an infinite body that coexists with everything and everyone in this world, okay? And in that space, you may want to tend to equate your soul with other souls as a physical being, or looking at it from a physical purpose. And that's where I do believe when you tend to equate your soul and your soul with your physical being and that of others, is where you become, you grow into a phase of an illusion. And that illusion takes you to a place where there is a form of jealousy. So let's talk about this. The first thing is, when we talk about jealousy, I talked about Mahatma Gandhi, who talked about you must be the change you want to see in the world. Paraphrasing here, be the change that you expect from others. If you expect to be jealous of others, others going to be jealous of you. So the recognition of your humanness as a human being, number one, makes you a unique person. Because your uniqueness, you may be equal in the eyes of a higher power where all of our souls are meeting. We are equal in that space, but we are not equally equal on the surface of mankind. Therefore, you cannot see another person and feel a sense of jealousy and believe that your feelings, a sense of jealousy, will create a place where you can enhance yourself or build on yourself to have what that person has. Looking at jealousy, there is a serious correlation that jealousy has with fear. I talk about fear as freedom exists appearing real. Why do I say freedom? Why won't I say fear? Because fear is a sense of freedom. Fear is a sense of consciousness. Fear is a very important thing, as well as jealousy is an important thing. But ladies and gentlemen, how do you use any of these currency of yours? I refer to them as our human currency. How do you use your currency so that it is for society, is a beneficial thing for society? It brings value to our humanness. It helps us connect with one another. How? So, freedom exists appearing real, because beyond fear, everything good happens after the place when you pass fear. So you look at someone, for example, and I was talking about a friend of mine. You look at someone and something happened for that person that you long for. If something happened for that person that you long for, the one thing to remember, being jealous will not solidify that you have that space that you are longing for. Because being jealous, you may find yourself into places that allows you to be resentful to your fellow human beings. So in that respect, what are you thinking about? Remember I just told you about accepting being human, accepting your uniqueness that is not equally equal in the eyes of man, but is equally equal in the eyes of our higher power. So if you can understand that phase and know that your life is a gift, and what makes your life a gift, that's what that uniqueness come into face. Because being alive enables you to have endless possibility for yourself. But being alive enables you to have endless possibility. And if you looked at being alive as being grateful, part of that phase of jealousy, you can decloud your mind from all of the cloudedness that may just cloud anything to bring in some amount of positivity for yourself. You want to declutter your mind from jealousy that is occupying your mind, and if there is a phase where that you cannot even utilize your human purpose to find your way in this world to become a better person or so forth. Other thing, don't have expectations, because having expectation have put a lot of us into situations that we become very disappointed, very sad, and so forth. Do things, do your best as much as you can, and let it be. Put it out there. If it's meant to be, it will be. If it's not, it will not be. But you cannot control any outcomes that you have no control over. So you must be able to accept what you face with. It's an old saying that if you're given lemon and that's all you have, you must face lemonade. In fact, the health benefit of lemon is so amazing. So when you are given something in your life, there's a reason and purpose to it. Seek to find that reason and that purpose. Accept people for who they are. Accept people. Be happy for others. Because when you are truly happy for others, you create a space. That space you create is a space of love. And love is light. Hate is darkness. You create a room that is so is vibrant. There's life. There's everything that flows in it. Your soul is moving. You are currently in a vibration with the universe. You are in a vibration of an energy that's going to propel you to get to a place of attaining what you feel jealous about. And yes, jealousy can be healthy, and yes, jealousy cannot be. It is a space where you have to decide. So someone is saying that I should have gotten XYZ and ABC got it. You know, truly, if the universe felt it was your time to get XYZ, ABC won't have it. But what do you do in that space? I know pride comes into play, and a whole lots of things we can talk about that comes into play in that moment, where sometimes we seem to not have control of how we're thinking. We're going to a phase of fear, not knowing that fear is freedom exists and appearing real. Sometimes find out why. Why didn't I? Why wasn't I? And sometimes you're not going to have the answer why exactly from that person who may have allowed you or prompted your jealousy. But you can do some reflection. Put yourself always in the mindful space where you enable your awareness to guide you. That awareness to allow you to know why didn't I get ABC. And ladies and gentlemen, you cannot fulfill a jealous space by being hateful. You cannot fulfill a jealous space by pushing others down. You cannot fulfill a jealous space by not opening your heart and allowing others. If you felt that you earned something and that something you earned was given to someone, it is a space where you are given that opportunity to make it right. And I do want you to remember that if truly it was meant for you, it would have been given to someone. Lots of times things happen in our lives that we do not understand. We think it's so bad. Only to know, few years, months, weeks later, you become so thankful. I'm glad this happened. So the phase of jealousy has an equal alignment with fear. If you think about jealousy, it is a place of unknown. You see someone, and sometimes, like I talked about, that pre-human disposition of naturally having that means of having the inclination of something about that person that prompts you to have a sense of pushback, being jealous over that person. It's not necessary. And the reason is not necessary because you're not helping yourself. You're only engaging in a space where you are going to be blindfolding yourself. So ladies and gentlemen, how is it that you can see jealousy as a space of enabling your humanness to distract that or those kinds of behavior, being jealous, being fearful? How is it that you can do that? take a step back. Stop yourself. Put a frame around yourself. Know that you are in charge of yourself. Make the choice. Make that choice. So ask yourself, why? Why do I feel this way? Would it matter if I just left this space? What am I lacking? Am I lacking something that perhaps wasn't seen or known? How is it that I can better myself? How can I be a better person every day? How can I see something that makes me fearful and jealous, that I can seek to get an information and go beyond myself? How is it that I can become a better person and think of others as I would like to think about myself? Ladies and gentlemen, jealousy is a need for our human purpose. But if jealousy is put in a way where it is dark, and darkness is hate, light is love. If you looked at jealousy in a way that you looked at jealousy in a way and find yourself insecure about a situation or a territory of yours, whatever you want to label whatever is happening. Think about this. Instead of assuming, instead of bringing assumption to a situation that leads you to a phase of jealousy, ask yourself several questions. Communicate with yourself. Trust your issues, not to the point to harm yourself. Okay? Allow your feelings of being uncomfortable and engage yourself to seek to find means as to why you feel the way you feel, because feeling the way you feel sometimes is not because of the other person, it's because of you. Sometimes the best way to allow yourself, and this is, I'm not pointing out that it is an absolute way to, the best way is to validate what you are jealous about, because that validation allows you to go deep inside yourself, to go deep inside and seizes a place where you are not going to be jealous, because the lack of validation and acceptance of others allows us to go into places, create feelings and opinions that are not real, and we're stuck in the place being less confidence, lack of confidence. But I do want you to always validate a situation that you have a sense of jealousy over, and know that it's important. And if it's really important that made your human psyche to feel a sense of rejection and fear, is a place where you need to stop and be still and think better for what you truly want. I do want to thank you today for listening to my conversation, and I hope to interact with you. Thank you, and have a beautiful day. Goodbye.